Prague, the city of 1,000 spires, is one of the best preserved historic city centers in Europe. From splendid views of lovely domed churches to soaring old towers, Prague is one of the world's architectural gems. Delightful old town, well-preserved historical buildings and sites like Charles Bridge, the splendid Jewish quarter, and the city's many historic churches make Prague an ideal location for history lovers to visit. If you are already thinking about visiting Prague, then make sure to visit these 10 places in Prague for a wonderful experience. But before we start, make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to never miss any updates. You will find some travel tips in the description. Number 10. Wallenstein Garden. The Wallenstein Gardens are among the most beautiful gardens in Prague. The Wallenstein Gardens, which date from 1623 to 1629, are one of Prague's early Baroque gardens. The Wallenstein Garden was developed concurrently with the Wallenstein Palace in order for the two to complement each other. It's in Malistrina, Prague's lesser town, close to Prague Castle. The Senate of the Czech Republic presently meets in the Wallenstein Palace. The garden is normally open from April to October and then shuts down for the winter. The garden is also known as the Wallenstein Palace Garden, and it is called Valštínska zahrada in Czech. Number 9. Strahov Monastery. If you're looking for uncommon locations to visit in Prague, this location is a fantastic choice. The Strahov Monastery, located on top of one of Prague's hills, is a must-see for art aficionados. The Strahov Monastery and Library, which originates from the 12th century, is Prague's second oldest monastery. While its massive entryway and cathedrals are stunning, its two gorgeously painted Baroque libraries are its most notable structures. The Philosophical Library features a range of unique furniture, as well as an amazing ceiling painting called Enlightenment by Franz Sand on Malberch. The Theological Library is a magnificent Baroque chamber with a lovely, intricate painted ceiling by Siard Nosecki, a Strahov monk, as well as exquisite ceiling paintings framed by detailed stucco work. In the libraries, there are many old and rare books and manuscripts, like the famous Strahov Gospel from the 9th century. In the vaults, there are old printing machines and the bones of Saint Norbert, who started the Premonstratensian order. Number 8. Jewish Quarter. The Jewish Quarter, sometimes referred to as Josefov, is situated in the historic district of Prague and dates all the way back to the 13th century. It was formerly home to one of the biggest Jewish communities in all of Europe. It wasn't until the 13th century that the Jews of Prague were forced to relocate to this cramped neighborhood. They were kept here against their will until the middle of the 1800s. There are still 4 synagogues that have not been damaged or destroyed. These are the Mazel, Pinkas, Spanish, and Clausen synagogues. There is also a Jewish cemetery. There are over 12,000 tombstones that date back to 1439 crowded into this Jewish burial cemetery, making it one of the oldest Jewish burial grounds in the world. So if you are a history lover, then this is a wonderful place to visit and see for yourself. Number 7. Wenceslas Square. One of the best-built areas in all of Prague, Wenceslas Square is one of the city's most popular tourist destinations and a significant draw for visitors to the new town neighborhood. Wenceslas Square was named after Saint Wenceslas, who is considered to be the patron saint of Bohemia. You can also see a statue of Saint Wenceslas in this square. In the 14th century, Wenceslas Square was once a market where horses were traded. Since then, it has evolved into an important public place in the city. Even now, parties and protests are both held at this location. In addition to being an enjoyable experience and unquestionably one of the greatest free things to do in Prague, a visit to Wenceslas Square will also introduce you to some of the city's finest dining and restaurant experiences, as well as provide excellent shopping opportunities. If you are going to be in Prague during the month of December, you should know that this area is also home to the city's largest Christmas market. Number 6. Petrin Hill. The Petrin Hill famous location. Petrin Lookout Tower provides breathtaking views of Prague from its hilltop perch at an altitude of 63.5 meters, making it somewhat reminiscent of the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Although about 1/5 the size of its French cousin, the tower's height gives the impression that it is larger than it is. Built from unused railway lines for the Prague exhibition in 1891, it was later relocated to Petrin Hill in the 1930s, when it became one of the city's great tourist attractions. At Petrin Hill, you may now either climb the 30-minute Petrin Hill to the tower's base or take a leisurely ride aboard the funicular railway before climbing the structure's 299 stairs to the summit. Apart from that, you can visit the neighboring Mirror Maze, a delightful distraction that was also erected in 1891. Number 5. National Theatre. If you are a fan of the performing arts, you should make a trip to Prague's National Theatre, which is situated on the banks of the river Vltava. It was opened in 1881 as a symbol of Czech national identity and to promote the Czech language and culture. The National Theatre is home to the best opera, ballet, and theater performances in the country. The theater was constructed in the late 18th century in the neoclassical style and was once a favorite of Mozart. This breathtaking theater has been the subject of substantial repairs, and it now serves as a testament to the city's great talent and cultural significance. Number 4. Lesser Town. Lesser Town is one of the Prague neighborhoods that holds some of the most important historical sites in the Czech city. In the Middle Ages, the region was mostly inhabited by people of German ancestry, and although the Baroque architectural style became more prevalent over time, the region has generally managed to hold on to its Germanic atmosphere. The Wallenstein Palace is easily the most recognizable structure in the neighborhood. Be sure to check out some of the fascinating cathedrals and other churches in the area, such as St. Nicholas Church. Other area attractions include the Franz Kafka Museum, the Petrin Tower, which is famous for its similarity to the Eiffel Tower in Paris, as well as other sites. Number 3. Prague Castle. Prague Castle was once the palace of Bohemia's monarchs, but is now the official residence of the Czech Republic's president. It is also one of the city's most popular tourist sites. Built in at 870 as a walled fortification, the castle has altered drastically over the years and features examples of the majority of the leading architectural styles of the previous millennium. Some of Prague's most popular tourist spots, like St. Vitus Cathedral, St. George's Basilica, the Old Royal Palace, and the Golden Lane, are inside the castle walls. Also make sure to spend some time at the Royal Garden, which is home to a variety of magnificent historic structures, including the Ball Game Pavilion, the Royal Summer House with its singing fountain, and the Lion's Court. One of the best things to do at night in Prague is to find a decent place or hotel from which you can see and admire the castle illuminations that light this majestic landmark in a spectrum of colors. Number 2. Charles Bridge. The beautiful Charles Bridge is one of Europe's most famous historic bridges. The bridge features 32 distinct places of interest along its 621-meter span. The first stone of the bridge was put on July 9 at exactly 5:31 a.m., a precise series of numbers that has long been considered to provide the construction extra strength. The bridge was completed in 1357 and has been the focus of many superstitions ever since. For good measure, it was built in precise alignment with St. Vitus' tomb and the setting sun on the equinox. The bridge is particularly well known for its several magnificent ancient sculptures. Among the most notable are those of Holy Roman Emperor Charles IV and John of Nepomuc, the country's most venerated saint, revealed in 1683. A more contemporary superstition includes stroking the plaque at the foot of the statue to fulfill a desire. So if you also have a wish, then try to stroke the plaque. Who knows, your wish might be fulfilled. Other features include beautiful views of the Vltava River and the structure's magnificent Gothic gates. And if you want to witness something extraordinary, then make sure to see the Charles Bridge at night, particularly after the spectacular sunset, since it has a more pleasing appearance and is less crowded. Number 1. Old Town Square. Old Town Square is a great place to start exploring the city. The magnificent Old Town Square is situated in Prague's historic heart. The Old Town, the Tin Church, and the Clementinum, as well as countless other magnificent ancient churches and splendid old buildings dating back to the 11th century, are near Old Town Square. Apart from that, the Jewish quarter, Josephov, is just a short walk north. So if you have time, go for a walk there. The Old Town Hall, which houses the remarkable early 15th century astronomical clock, is a must-see. It comes to life every hour as the 12 apostles and other characters appear and move over the clock display. In addition to the Gothic entranceway, the superb interior of the Old Town Hall, which houses art exhibitions and displays, a chapel constructed in 1381, and former jail, are among the places you must visit. The Old Town Hall Tower offers breathtaking views of Prague, so be sure to climb it either by steps or elevator. That's all for today's video, and thank you for watching it. Don't forget to share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. You will find some travel tips in the description. See you next time.